Hi guys, this is Erica from ericaelsewhere.com. Today I wanted to show you the bilingual school program that we've been using to homeschool my daughter since August of last year that has really catapulted her reading forward both in English and Spanish as well as her math. This is awesome if you're an English-speaking family, Spanish-speaking family, bilingual family, or if you don't even homeschool but you're interested in teaching your child English or Spanish in an immersion after-school type environment.
Look at all this cool stuff that's waiting for you. Work hard, and I'll see you soon.
So the school that I'm going to be talking about today is called Mati Talent Institute. So I did this review several months ago in Spanish. This is not a sponsored video. This is just my honest mommy opinion of what we've been using this year and what I believe will be a great resource for you if you have school-age children. So we're going to be talking about what Mati is and who it's for, what programs they offer. We're going to take a look into my daughter's curriculum so that you can see some of the activities, books, tests, and how it's really benefited her. And we'll go over some frequently asked questions because ever since I published a very brief, review of Mati on my blog, I've gotten a lot of questions, so we'll answer some of those today. So who is Mati for? Mati is for school-age children. They can be homeschoolers, gifted children, children with special needs, children who need or want to work on their English or Spanish or math after school. Now they take children starting from 5 years old, although they have told me that some 4-year-olds have been enrolled into the after school program with great results. So Mati Talent Institute is an accredited U.S. school. It's Florida based. It's an umbrella school, so it gives you all of the legal coverage that you need or may want. You get all of your official school documents such as transcripts and report cards and the school ID, but at the same time you have a lot of flexibility with the curriculum. But first of all, just a brief history about me and my family for those of you who are new. I'm from the United States. My husband is Mexican. We have 2 children, 2 daughters, ages 6 and 2. I'll be talking about the 6-year-old today. So this is our first year homeschooling. My daughter actually attended a private school here in Mexico for 3 years during preschool and kindergarten. But we decided to homeschool this year starting first grade for a number of reasons. One of the main reasons was so that we could create an entirely bilingual educational environment. So this has been one of the best decisions that we've ever made. And all those months ago, through a lot of research, we found Mati Homeschool, and it's been amazing. So I want to show you that now. First, let's just go to the website so that I can give you an overall sense of what Mati offers, and then we'll take a deep dive into my daughter's curriculum in particular so that you can see some of the activities. Okay, so you're going to go to matitalentinstitute.org. Mati is spelled M-A-T-I. I'll link to this below. As you can see, we have a few different options as far as the programs. They are all similar in that they use iStation, which is a language arts program. It includes math as well, that's being used all across America in various schools. So let's go into one of these programs. We'll go into the Plus Enrollment. And here you can get a sense of what is included in the program. The subjects that Mati covers are reading, grammar, spelling, vocabulary, fluency, writing, reading comprehension, science, and math. The science, I will say, in the lower grades is quite limited, so you'll probably want to supplement on that one. Now, the program can be taken in English or Spanish or both. We definitely chose the bilingual option. And the only difference between the Plus program and the interactive program is that in the interactive program, the math does not come from iStation, it comes from MathSwiz. How does everything work? Well, at the beginning of the year, the child is given a placement test in each subject, so English and Spanish and math, unless you've only chosen one language.
Choose the picture for the word dry. Choose the picture for the word shallow.
In this game, you will choose words that mean the same thing as the words the narrator says. Listen carefully and do your best.
Honor, honor, restless, conclude, respect, view, respect.
So depending on the results of the placement test, that determines what type of activities the program is going to be giving to your child. The activities are assigned automatically to your child based on the results of that placement test. And then this test is repeated every month to ensure that the program stays completely personalized for your child.
Swing.
A lost dog ran into
Mouse. Then click on the
I'll say
word.
with.
Time is up. Let's see how you did.
You as the parent can go into the parents portal and see the results of that test, of all the tests that they've done, see their growth, what areas they're struggling with, what areas they're perhaps advanced in. It just takes so much of the record keeping off of you. So at the beginning of the year, this was the type of book that she was reading. This is a dot, this is a spot, and 5 months later, these are the type of books that are appearing in her curriculum. So I've been really pleased, especially considering the fact that she's learning 2 languages at once. I've been really proud of her progression.
Gran said, I will bake an oatmeal man. She got some oats, eggs, and milk. She made an oatmeal man. She sat him on a pan. Time to eat my oatmeal man, said Gran. He said, no, you will not eat me. He got up and ran. He said, run, run, as fast as you can. You cannot eat the oatmeal man.
In Spanish as well, she started with super simple books like this. As you can see, 1 to 4 words per page. And now her reading has really taken off in Spanish as well.
Mariquita y Abejita son amigas. Todos los días van al jardín y comen zanahorias. Les encantan los deliciosos tallos. Un día, Mariquita y Abejita almorzaron en el jardín. Mariquita mordió un tallo muy duro. ¡Ay! Me quebré los dientes, gritó. Abejita le trajo algo de tomar.
So the activities vary, there's always something new, but the lessons and the games teach all aspects of language arts.
Read this sentence. Click on the word hunts. Read this sentence. Click on the word go. Read this sentence. Click on the picture that goes with the sentence.
Hacer inferencias significa predecir lo que va a pasar en un cuento usando pistas del texto. Por ejemplo, observa el dibujo. ¿Qué crees que Scribby está mirando en la televisión? La segunda estrategia de lectura es identificar la causa y el efecto en un texto. ¿Qué haces cuando no conoces el significado de una palabra? Déjame enseñarte mi mapa de 4 cuadrados. Ya observamos la imagen, escuchamos la definición y por último, vimos la palabra en una oración.
So after a few activities, the child is then presented with a book to read. This is my daughter's favorite part. She always gets excited when it's time to read a new book. And during the reading of the book, the child is encouraged to put into practice whatever language arts point that they've been working on that day. So after the child reads the book, there are some comprehension activities related around the book.
Si respondes correctamente, una parte de tu extraterrestre aparecerá. Pero si respondes incorrectamente, a tu extraterrestre le faltarán algunas partes de su cuerpo. La palabra terminen significa lo mismo que...
Then the really cool thing is that that book gets put in a permanent library that the child has access to at any time to just go in and reread or listen or print that book. So as you can see, the library gets pretty extensive as time goes on. The books are so frequent. I mean, after just a few activities, you get another book. So there's just always so much material to choose from. And we'll use these books as her homework, as her practice at night for about 15 minutes of independent reading time. Something I really like about the Spanish books is that they are original. What I mean by that is that they're not translations from the English. iStation Spanish program was written for children whose native language is Spanish. So because of that, there are cultural points, just specific to Latin America. I think that's what makes it so good as a resource for your English speaking child who's trying to learn Spanish, because it's immersion. They're not going to speak not one word to you in English in the Spanish program. However, if your child speaks no Spanish, that's going to be apparent on the placement test, and it's going to start them from the beginning in Spanish. So they're going to be working on letter sounds and names and the alphabet song and syllables and combining syllables and reading books that have maybe 4 words to a page. They're going to start really basic like that, like at a kindergarten level. And that's perfect. If your child's in 4th grade in English, it's fine if they're doing kindergarten-like activities in Spanish, because they're going to be able to understand it. The pictures and the games and everything's just so interactive and engaging that they're going to be able to understand, and that's just going to propel them forward. Now, like I mentioned, you can print these books. I do print some of them. I'm going to insert a clip here from one of my other videos, the video review that I did of Mati in Spanish. This is on one of my other channels. I'll link to it below if you want to watch that one. But here I'm showing that I do print out some of the books. I print a lot of them out in black and white just to save on the colored ink. But the ones that are my daughter's favorites, I'll print those out in color. And I'll actually laminate the front and the back cover just so that they'll last longer and so that they'll be ready when my younger daughter begins reading or starts this program. So regarding math, my daughter loves math. It's her favorite subject. So iStation Math is really cool because it follows agents who are out to stop a wide variety of villains. And the only way to do that on each mission is to solve math problems. So the training portal does all of the math teaching, and then the child does the work during their mission to stop the villain. So my daughter really loves that. She thinks it's great.
Boom, baby.
Way to go!
Math Whiz is the other option for math that Mati offers. So it's really great in a totally different way. You don't have to get both. You can totally choose between the two, but we've tried out both programs to compare them. I don't know if I already mentioned, but iStation Math only comes in English. Math Whiz is available in either language. So with Math Whiz, the placement test is a bit different. It gives your child a math age, like they might be 6 years old, but it gives them a math age of 7.5, for example. And it actually does that for each area of math, like fractions and geometry. And then it gives them an overall math age. So based on the results of that test, it then offers activities according to that. But the difference between MathWhiz and iStation is that MathWhiz is a bit more organized. You can see ahead of time all of the activities in each category. And so you as a parent, you can kind of personalize this further and really hone in on what you observe to be where your child needs the most practice. And that's an advantage over iStation Math, because with iStation Math, there's no way to go back or go forward. You're kind of just at the mercy of what the system throws at you. But in a way, it's more fun. This is fun because your child can decorate their room. You can see that my daughter has chosen some interesting patterns for her floor, wall, and door. And you earn points or coins, I think they are, as you go, which you can then cash in at the store to buy toys and pets and items to feed your pets. But that's really motivational and she really likes that. Okay, let's get into some of the frequently asked questions. Okay, are the tests graded, the monthly examinations? The monthly evaluations, there's not a number or letter grade on the monthly test, although they will get that at the end of the year on their transcript. But there is a report that looks like this that shows how they're doing and progressing and gives them a percentile according to other children in that same grade. So not everyone may like these tests. I mean, I know that a lot of homeschoolers, especially those who are more on the unschooling side, don't care much for tests. And one thing that I do not like is that the test can go really fast. Parts of it go really fast for some reason, and then other parts they give you more time. But sometimes my daughter knows the answer, but she didn't have time to put in the answer, and that frustrates her. And another thing that used to frustrate her, it doesn't so much anymore, is that there comes a point where it's too hard But I explained to her that it's not a test in a traditional sense, like you're supposed to know all the answers on this test because we've gone over this information. No, it's a placement evaluation. Eventually she's not going to know the answers anymore, and that's normal. It's just trying to see where she is so that it knows what activities to continue to give her. So if your child gets stressed out, please explain that to them, that they're not expected to know everything. It's not the type of test that they would have been used to in traditional school. Is this a full curriculum, or what subjects are covered? We talked about that as well. As far as curriculum, the focuses of Mati are language arts and math. They do science. I believe that doesn't really start until second or third grade. Really, science and social studies would be good subjects to supplement with something else. You certainly don't have to purchase anything else if you don't want to. You could completely do science and social study activities in some other creative way. So you can totally use Mati as a complete curriculum, and the price that you're paying is not only for the curriculum, but also that your child is enrolled in an official school. Now, Mati does have an after-school program as well. So if you don't want to have your child officially enrolled in the school, you don't need transcripts and things like that because they're in another school, but you just want them to have some extra work and extra practice and access to iStation or MathWiz, then there's definitely the option to do that as well. Do you have to submit evidence of their work? No, not for the subjects that Mati covers, like language arts and math. For things that they don't cover, such as social studies or art or music, whatever else you want to teach your child, yes, you can send in pictures or just whatever other type of evidence that you have. Up to 10 subjects can appear on their final transcript at the end of the year. Thanks so much for being with me. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos about language learning, bilingual children, Spanish lessons, life in Mexico, all that jazz. Until next time, guys. Hasta la próxima. Ciao.